So in this video, we're going to look at question 5 and 6 on task 14. We're going to, again, use the previous x-axis reflection of design 1, which you will do in question 4. And then we're going to reflect that over the y-axis. And we want to add both to the graph below, complete the table below that shows the coordinates of each of the points after reflection. Okay, so we are going to take this pre-image, we're going to reflect it over the x-axis. So we're going to start by reflecting it this way. And then once we get that, we're going to reflect that over the y-axis this way. Okay, so we're going to do 2 reflections. Okay. So when I do this over the x-axis, I'm going to count each point to the x-axis and then to the other side. So I have A, it's 2 above, 1, 2, and I'm going to count 2 below, 1, 2, and then this would be my A prime. Okay, and then if I do H, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to do that for all of them. Okay, so I'm going to do a few of these quickly. I would pause and then you can try them as well and then do them. So B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I'm going to count then 8 to that line down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is going to be B prime. And then C is also 8 above because it's the same. So C would be here. And then D, I would count again to that line. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is D prime. Okay, so E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then F is 7. So F would be here. G would end up here, and then I have back to H. So this is my first reflection. I'm not done until I do everything it says. So my image is my final one, okay, not this one. So I'm going to now reflect this new image, this purple one, over the y-axis to get the last one. So I'm going to reflect this new figure over my y-axis. So A, if I count, is 2 to the y-axis. And then I'm going to count 2 on the other side. So this would be my new A. And if we reflect it twice, we put 2 apostrophes. So it would be A double prime. Okay, H is 3 to that line. B is 2 again from that line. So we're going to go 2 to the left of that y-axis. And then C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where C is. Okay, and again, I'm putting 2 primes for each one. Okay, D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right of it. So I'm going to count to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is D double prime. Okay, E is 1 away from that. So I'm going to go E is here. Okay, F is 1, 2, 3, 4. So F double prime is here. And then G double prime ends up here, and then we connect to A. Okay, and so then if I write the coordinates, so A again is this point. Move that over. And H is this point. So A is at -2, -2. Okay, B is at -2, -8. Okay, and this is B double prime, A double prime. Okay, C is at -5, -8, C double prime. Okay. And again, we can just look for a pattern. If we look at this, we can see that the x coordinate is opposite signs for all of these. and the y coordinates opposite. And if you look at all of these coordinates, all of that is going to be true. So D double prime is -5. E is -4, -5. F, if I just follow that pattern, both of them are going to be negative. So -4, -7. G is -3, -7. And H is -3, -2. Okay. And so this says, what do you notice about the ordered pair of about a reflection in the x-axis and then the y-axis? And so what we notice is that both coordinates change signs. So if we're reflecting over the x-axis and then the y-axis, both the x and the y coordinates change signs. And so what that means is x, y becomes -x, -y. Okay. Now, just for an example, to be careful about negative, if the question said reflect -2, 4 over the x-axis and then the y-axis, if I'm using that rule, it would become the image is it's both opposite signs. So it would be the opposite of -2, which is +2, and the opposite of 4, which is -4. Okay, or if you write it out, it would be like -2, -4. And that's the same thing. The opposite of -2 is 2, 4. And again, you could reflect it if I started at -2, 4, if I reflected it over the x-axis, 1, 2, it would be here. And so both of them would be positive. And then if I reflected over the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would end up here. And so it would be +2, -4. So you're changing the signs on both of them. Okay, it doesn't mean both coordinates are going to be negative. It means you're doing the opposite sign for both of them. Okay, and so that is the reflections. Again, you're going to do 7 for homework, and then we will look at 8, 9, 10 in class, and then the summary of the vocabulary.